nobody rock a body better than me. Back once again when the ill the hate ya. Delivering everything your musical savior. Back once again, it's your boy AD. Yeah, nobody rock a body better than me. Hey, you, what's that sound? Coming so loud from your radio dial. AD, be getting down when you're rocking the jams. Here I am, going back once again. I'm ruling all city like.
What are we today? Thursday? I know we're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from that glorious entrance into the 48 hours of reprieve. I know we're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from that 48 hours of reprieve from pissing our lives away under fluorescent tubes working for the man known as the Weekend. But it still feels as though we should be further in the week. I don't know, maybe it's like the St. Patrick's Day thing, throwing everything off. But we got to like Tuesday. I was like, it's only Tuesday? I call BS on that. Nevertheless, here we are, poising ourselves to get into Friday. Thursday being that official start to the race to the finish line. That is that glorious aforementioned weekend. Friday is that day. Man, I don't know about you. I actually have more work to do on Friday than any other day of the week, so it's not quite the same for me, but I still get that sense of oncoming freedom on a Friday that's all about, well, here I am in the workplace. Nobody's really expecting anything to do. No one's really expecting anything out of me. There are zero workplace productivity expectations, and my boss bailed at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so really the rest of the workday is just about drinking company coffee and surfing porn on company servers and waiting for the glory that is the weekend. I don't have that. I've got like a whole bunch of work that I got to do on Friday, but mentally, I'm right there with you. Friday's Friday's amazing. It's awesome. It's wonderful. And it is tomorrow. Until Friday, though, let's kill some time, shall we? Funkhouser, how are you? And what is going on in the world? Let's take a look at the events of today in our segment, My Witness News. What is going on in the world, and how are you?
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. How are you? I'm good.
We're good. We are joined in the studio today by the woman that lets you see her naked on a regular basis.
My better half is here. Say hello, better half.
Hello.
Oh.
She's an observer today.
What? No work today?
No work today for her. No,
I want a job where I get Thursdays off. Is she off on Saturday and Sunday as well? Are you off Saturday, Sunday?
Are you off Saturday, Sunday?
Yes. Yeah, I am off Saturday.
Yeah, weekends.
Sunday.
Weekends we hang.
Wow. Is she always? Can she hear me?
I don't
Does
think
she have
can hear
headphones
you.
on?
I'm trying to fix that. She's got headphones, but she can't hear.
Okay. Does she always get Thursdays off?
Do you always get Thursdays off?
No, I do not always get Thursdays off. This is a reward.
A rarity.
Because there's this Mexican telecom giant that is floating out the idea of a 4-day work week. He was just like, yeah, let's just have everybody work, 3-4 hours a day longer, Monday through Thursday, and they get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. I was like, I am on board with that, and I was wondering if maybe the place where she worked
now she can officially hear you, by the way. So.
Oh, good.
I can hear you. It's much easier to answer questions when you can hear what the question is. Yeah, no, this is just things are busy, and I needed a day off, and so I get to come in early to Barry's work.
So you are you burning a vacation day and spending it with us?
No, it's just a personal day. Yeah.
Well, I've never... See, because in radio, you don't take days off because you're worried that the world will end in your absence. So, I know I've got, sick days and personal days and vacation days in my contract with the company we work for. But what's the difference between a personal day and a vacation day?
Yeah, how is it in the real world in real life?
Well,
yeah, what's it like with people that have actual jobs?
At least for me, a personal day means my boss says, hey, things are crazy. If you need to take a day off, go ahead and pick one and just don't come in. And it doesn't take away from my vacation accrual, and it means I don't have to go into work today.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm a lucky girl today.
Just today.
I wish my boss would do that sort of thing. My boss does not do that sort of thing. So here we are. But you know what? It feels vacation-y just because you're here. Yay.
Aw, yay.
Alrighty then, Funkhouser. So you know what's interesting?
I guess we have to be on our best behavior today. At least me.
Yeah, at least you. Me, not so much. I plan to ask you all sorts of embarrassing questions about your relationship. My goal is to at first drive a wedge between the two of you today, but you'll leave feeling closer than ever before.
So It's a winning situation for all of us, I guess, right?
Yes. Yeah, me especially, because I don't have to partake in any of it. So let me ask you this. It's weird. I feel... You feel like you can bring your girlfriend into work?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know, because I don't mind. Of course I don't mind. It's awesome. Like I enjoy the time that I get to spend hanging out with Megan. But I'm a little different. Like if I brought a girlfriend
you
into
gotta
work,
keep it separate.
No, if it's not it wouldn't be an issue for me. If I brought a girlfriend into work, I think my boss would be like, what's going on here today? Which is weird because I bring my dog to work all the time and they don't have a problem with it. But if I brought my girlfriend to work, they'd, Millhouse, not a problem. Homer, not a problem. Girlfriend, that would be a problem. That would be an HR conversation waiting to happen. By the way, do you know I have all these unanswered HR questions around here because I just really important stuff, regarding health insurance and benefits and 401ks that I don't have the answer to him, and I'm not going to get the answer to him because the HR guy, one of the reasons I feel fine bringing my dogs into work is because the HR guy has a giant pet snake which he keeps in his office, and I have I'm deathly afraid of snakes, like a legitimate phobia. I have problems watching them on TV. I tried sort of exposure therapy at the zoo where okay, we're going to try and look at the reptile house. Now we're going to try and go in the reptile house. And then I had to excuse myself because I had to go to the little boys' room house immediately afterwards. It just sent me into fight or flight. The adrenaline coursed through my system, and I needed to rid myself of everything that was inside me right afterwards. I can't handle snakes at all. And the guy has a giant effing snake in his office. So as a consequence, I don't get any of my HR questions answered.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem. I used to live with a snake. I wasn't a fan, but big old boa, big giant 10-footer. Looks at you like, I'm gonna eat you someday. Mm-hmm.
Oh God! Wait, hold on. Didn't you weren't you the roommate to a former porn star?
Yes.
And her snake.
And her snake. Yeah, that's the snake.
And
this is
while. And this is while this was during the beginning stages of your successful relationship with a lady that's joining us in the studio today, right?
Sure was.
I always, sort of think about your other job, where you go and work with members of the adult entertainment industry, and as it turns out, occasionally we'll live with them, and think that the two of you must be awfully well adjusted for that to be an ongoing thing. I'm very impressed, and maybe a little later on in the show we'll talk a little bit about how you make that work. Yeah, I do too. I always say the world would be a better place if people were more like Funkhouser. Like he has this attitude toward life that the only other people I know that manage to take life as it comes the way you do are heavily medicated, and you're just built that way.
Yep, I'm built heavily medicated.
All right, what's going on in the world?
Robin Thicke and Paula Patton are now officially divorced.
The family of Marvin Gaye, though, says getting divorced was originally Marvin's idea. Didn't Marvin Gaye have an entire album that was basically his divorce settlement?
I don't know much about
I think
him.
It was called Here, My Dear. Hold on. Let me just make sure I'm not making this up.
Like, for real? It really is a real thing?
Yeah. Hold on. He...
Because I know, Smokey Robinson, his, ex-wife from 45 years ago or something owns his best songs. So he has to split the royalties.
Yeah. No, Here, My Dear is after Marvin Gaye got divorced. He had... he was going through a personal crisis, and his first wife sued for divorce, claiming irreconcilable differences, seeking money in palimony for the support of their adopted son. That's gotta suck. I want to build a life with you. We want kids. We can't have kids. Let's adopt a kid. Oh, crap, it's all over. Man, that's really... you gotta feel like you took some severe wrong turns. Anyways, back in September of 1976, there was a warrant issued for his arrest after he failed to pay alimony. And he hid from the public, and he didn't really have a ton of... he didn't really have a ton of money, and he hid from the cops and then did a tour of Europe to kind of get away from the situation. And when he came back, he recorded that song, Got to Give It Up, which is the one that his estate successfully sued Robin Thicke for. But he made the album Here, My Dear, basically to make all the money that he owed his ex in alimony and child support payments. And that's why it's called Here, My Dear. Yep, true story. So now, now I would imagine that the family of Marvin Gaye will go on the record saying that getting divorced was originally Marvin's idea. I wonder if Robin Thicke, because Robin Thicke's going to be broke as a joke now. I mean, he did okay, but this was his one hit, and it cost him everything. He's been going for a long time, and he's done sort of all right. But this is the first time he really broke through on a big level, and it essentially destroyed his marriage and put him in the hole to the tune of $7.5 million. I don't think he has $7.5 million to just fork over. It's essentially going to financially ruin him, and then he's going to have to make alimony payments based on the fact that he made all the money off of this song. And the courts don't care. The courts don't care that he had to give it all to the estate of Marvin Gaye. The courts are just going to be like, yeah, you got to pay your ex-wife Paula Patton. So ironically, after ripping off Marvin Gaye, I would imagine Robin Thicke, like Marvin Gaye, is going to have to do an album to pay off his ex-wife. Interesting. Go on, what else?
If he does that, isn't he going to get sued again from Marvin Gaye's people?
You know, honestly, I feel like Marvin Gaye's estate suing him. And if we have time today, we'll talk a little bit about why they're so sue happy and litigious lately. They've actually released a statement, which I thought was kind of interesting. But you know, if they can sue him for that song, like if you listen to the two songs back to back, being someone who's studied music and music theory since he was about 4 years old, I can honestly say you can listen to Blurred Lines and then listen to the Marvin Gaye song "Got to Give It Up," and you can tell that they sat down and went, oh, let's write a song like this, that feels like this, that has this sort of a groove, that has this sort of a vibe. Absolutely. But they didn't rip off the melody. They didn't rip off the chord progression. They just went for a Marvin Gaye vibe. And they succeeded. They got it. And apparently, the Marvin Gaye vibe is worth $7.5 million. And they were successfully sued for it. It sets a really weird precedent in the music business, because I think the rule was like 7 notes in the past. It was like 7 consecutive notes and a certain number of consecutive chord changes that you needed to have for it to warrant copyright infringement in music. And this song does not have that. It just has the vibe. And so now, if you can get busted for ripping off someone's vibe, man, it's a slippery slope. Like, the Beatles can go after Oasis, Stevie Wonder can go after Oasis, Tom Petty can go after everybody on the face of the planet. It's just an interesting one, for sure. I mean, Bruno Mars, based on this lawsuit, if Morris Day and the Time don't go after Bruno Mars for that Uptown Funk song, they're missing out. It's definitely a weird precedent. So, you know, if Robin Thicke then makes an album to pay off his ex-wife Paula Patton, I would imagine the estate of Marvin Gaye would be right on his ass. He's kind of effed. He's effed for being a Marvin Gaye fan. He's effed for drawing inspiration from Marvin Gaye. And that's basically what he got sued for being inspired by something. It's crazy.
At least he's got like a famous Canadian dad.
Right. Yes.
Here, son, here's some money. I've been doing commercials for term life insurance, and I've got some extra for you.
Alan Thicke, you know, kind of a beloved figure, I suppose. Like, did you ever see him on Celebrity Wife Swap?
No.
I couldn't find the remote one day, so I wound up watching the entirety of Celebrity Wife Swap with Alan Thicke. Turns out I was sitting on it the whole time. I hate it when that happens. But Alan Thicke, honestly, you know, it's reality shows, and obviously there's going to be a certain amount of drama or what have you, but I definitely got the vibe that Alan Thicke was a bit of a tool, you know, like not a nice guy, a narcissistic D-bag, someone that was slimy and just, I don't know, operated in a level where it's his world and you're in it, and it's a ridiculous world to be in, but nevertheless, he kind of doesn't give an F about anyone but himself, so I can't imagine he's going to be forking